The mobile phone client offers a number of features to complement your home phone service. This includes placing calls that appear to come from your residential line, answering calls that arrive at your residential line, configuring your residential line features, including simultaneous ring, sequential ring, and unified messaging. Installation is quick and easy. Simply launch the Play Store application on your Android phone and search for homeXtend. Install the application on your device just like you would install any other application. When you first start the client, you will be presented with a licensing agreement where you can accept the terms. Once accepted, a login screen will appear. Enter your username and password in the appropriate fields and press the Login button. Your username and password choice were supplied when you first ordered your service. Your mobile phone number should show under this mobile number. The call screen is your main dialing screen. From here, you can enter a destination phone number and press the call button. The right arrow button can be used to back over enter digits if you made a mistake entering a number. 3 options are available for placing outbound calls. Use System Default Dialer. This setting is the initial default. If this option is selected, the application will use the built-in mobile phone client to place outbound calls. This means the called user will see your mobile number as the caller ID instead of your residential caller ID. Use Call Through Service. This setting will allow you to place calls as your residential number. When using this option, your mobile phone may display a calling number you may not recognize. The number dialed is a number on our network. These numbers may change each time you place a call. When we receive a call from your mobile phone on one of those numbers, we place a call to the entered destination number using the caller ID from your residential line and connect you to the call. Use Callback Service. This setting will allow you to place calls as your residential number. When using this option, the service will call your residential number. Both your home phone and your mobile phone will ring. The initial default option is Use System Default Dialer. The history screen will show all calls to and from your residential line as well as any missed calls. Calls placed from the homeXtend client will only show in this list if you use either the Use Call Through Service or Use Callback Service dialing option. Calls placed using the System Default Dialer option do not use your home phone number and therefore do not show in this list. Calls can be placed from this list by pressing and holding the entry you want. Your service provides many features that are configurable and can be set through the settings screen. To see your current profile settings, press the Profile menu option. The section will expand, showing your current username, home phone number, and the mobile phone number of the client. When you first logged into the client and accepted the Auto Configure option, this mobile client was paired with your home phone service. When you have the mobile client running, calls to your residential number will ring both your home phone number and your mobile client. The Incoming Calls setting allow you to change how incoming calls are handled. Touch the Incoming Calls entry to expand the options as shown below. Touch Do Not Disturb to turn this feature on or off. This will cause all incoming calls to your home phone service to go to your voicemail box. Touch Call Forward Always to configure and enable or disable this feature. The last number entered here as a forwarding number will be remembered, or a new number can be entered. Touch Call Forward No Answer to configure and enable or disable this feature. The last number entered here as a forwarding number will be remembered, or a new number can be entered. Touch Call Forward Busy to configure and enable or disable this feature. The last number entered here as a forwarding number will be remembered, or a new number can be entered. Touch Call Forward when unreachable to configure and enable or disable this feature. The last number entered here as a forwarding number will be remembered, or a new number can be entered. Touch Simultaneous Ring to configure and enable or disable this feature. This feature can be used to ring multiple destination numbers at the same time when someone calls your home phone number. To add a new destination, press the plus in the upper right-hand corner. Enter a destination number. Checking the Answer Confirmation Required box on this entry will require anyone answering that number to press any key on their phone to accept the call. This will help prevent another voicemail system or other automated system from accepting the call. Press Add to add this new entry. Touch Sequential Ring to configure and enable or disable this feature. This feature can be used to ring multiple destination numbers sequentially when someone calls your home phone number. The caller hears a voice prompt instructing them to please wait while you are being located. The system then calls the number in the order listed, one at a time, until someone picks up the call at one of the numbers. To add a new destination, press the plus in the upper right-hand corner. The sequential ring feature has a number of configurable options. Use Base Location option tells the service to call the home phone number first. Number of rings for base location is how many rings to allow before placing a call to the next destination in the list. Continue the search process if the base location is busy will cause the service to send the call to the first number in the list instead of the base location first if the home line is busy, unless call waiting is enabled. Enable caller to skip search process allows the caller to cancel the search and instead be transferred to your voicemail box or any call forward no answer destination if configured. The homeXtend Anywhere feature is automatically added and enabled when you accepted the auto configure option the first time you ran the client. Disabling this feature prevents features like the Use Call Through service from working. Touching this entry brings up a settings screen that allows you to prevent this device from being used anytime the Use Callback service feature is used. Additionally, your device options and mobile number are listed. The Enable checkbox is set with the Auto Configure option. Additional locations can be added manually by pressing the plus in the upper right-hand corner. However, it is best to just download the mobile client to any additional devices and then accept the Auto Configure option instead. The Messaging option provides access to settings that allow you to control how voicemail and unified messaging work with your service. The On/Off button will enable or disable whether voicemail will answer after the ring timeout. By default, busy calls and unanswered calls are sent to voicemail. Check Send All Calls to Voicemail to have all incoming calls answered by your voicemail. This is similar to enabling the Do Not Disturb feature. The Unified Messaging feature can be used to send all voicemail recordings to your email and is enabled by default. The voicemail recording is attached as a WAV file to an email. To use this feature, check the Email a carbon copy of the message to option in the Advanced Options section and enter your email address in the entry field. If you only want to be notified by email, use the Notify Me option. If you only want your voicemails going to your email and not stored as voicemails in the service, then select the Forward it to this email address option in the When a Message Arrives section. This will always send voicemails to your email. If you call your voicemail box, the service will indicate you do not have any new voicemails, nor will voicemails sent in this manner be saved. Select this option if you rarely check your voicemail and don't want your voicemail box to fill up. Enable the Transfer on Zero to Phone Number option and specify a destination number if you want to provide callers the ability to press 0 to interrupt a greeting message and reach you at the specified number.